Hey everybody, it's Kika Time Gal. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a flower wreath made out of the leftover pansies that we did the Mother's Day little bucket for Mother's Day with the butterfly pinwheel and the solar light in it. We have some leftover pansies. We've got a couple of sprays left. And then I bought these leaves, these greenery, but I did not use them in the Mother's Day pail, so we'll use them now. It doesn't take much to do this. We're just doing a little small wreath. I think this, I don't even know what size this is. Honestly, I don't remember. I took the tag off. I'm sorry. But it's the only one that they sell at the Dollar Tree is this size. So you can pick one of these up at the Dollar Tree. A lot of the items that I'm using today, I've either purchased at Hobby Lobby or online at Amazon, or the ribbon I'm going to be using, I got it at a thrift store. So you can just use whatever you have in your stash, color coordinate your flowers with your ribbons and what have you, and just have a go at what you're going to do, because your flowers could be different from mine. They could be different colors. You could go with a different style or whatever, but I'm just going to do what I have here, and we'll put together something and give you ideas to what to do for your wreath. So with that all being said and done, we're going to go ahead, pull you down on the desktop like we always do, and we'll go ahead and get started. So hang tight and we'll get it done. Okay, things you're going to need is your flowers, of course, your greenery, things you're going to use for put on the wreath. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a cutter of some type. You're going to need a glue gun. I'm using my Gorilla Glue Gun precision tip with Gorilla Glue Sticks. You're going to need some type of ribbon. I'm using this purple striped ribbon. It has snowflakes on it, but you're really not going to see the snowflakes by the time we get done decorating it all up anyway, so that's okay. And it is wired. You can choose to use wired or non-wired. You can choose to use thinner or thicker ribbon, depending on what you want. You need your ring, of course, your wreath. I may or may not be using this garland, like beaded garland. This came from Hobby Lobby, and it was $3.99, but I got it for 40% off. And then I'm going to be using this here. Find where it's attached. This here like garland, like trim. I got this off of eBay from a seller. I believe she was in Malaysia or something like that, Tasmania, something like that, another country. She's really reasonably priced, but it's an arm and leg for shipping. So when I buy from her, I buy whole bunches at a time, and I usually get like a yard or two at a time of each thing, because when you get using it, it goes quick. But we're going to use that to wrap around the wreath after the ribbon's on for added detail. Okay. I think that's everything you're going to need. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to take the sticker off your wreath. It comes with a sticker on it. It tells you, dimensions and things like that. So take the sticker off. Then you're going to take your ribbon. And you're going to want to start on the inside, and you're going to put a bead of glue and tack down your ribbon. Then you're going to start to wrap the ribbon, and you're going to want to do this very snugly. And I can already see, since my ribbon is sheer, you can see the green thread. I'm going to have to do a couple of passes. Make sure that if your ribbon is wired, that it doesn't buckle. The wire doesn't buckle or twist on you. Again, do it snugly. I can see I'm going to have to just cut this off. There we go. we go. That's done. Find which side looks better. And that will be your front and your back. Get your lacy stuff ready here. You need to decide, first of all, how you're going to do this. Are you going to put the flowers on the bottom, on the top, or on the side? You can do on both sides, on top and bottom, or just on the bottom, or just on the top, or just on one side, or how you're going to do it. I think I'm going to put my flowers to one side. So that means I need to run this around this part, the lace, around this part of the wreath. So you can do a couple different ways. You can run it like this and run it around, or you can wrap it like you did the ribbon, wrap it like that, or you can cut out each individual little thing and place them and have them dangle, or you can run this along the inside of the perimeter and have it dangle in, or you can put it on the outside and have it dangle out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it like I did the ribbon. So I'm going to start it about right here, because if I'm going to do extra, that way if the flowers will cover it, that's fine, but otherwise you don't want to have a gap where you don't have anything. So I think I'm going to start it right here. Put a generous amount of hot glue, tack it down, and then just start wrapping it like you did the ribbon. But I'm going to wrap it widely. I'm going to have to do it wider than that because I ran out. So simply space it out further. That's a little too wide. There we go, that'll work. Even. Make it even. Make it tight. I think that looks pretty. Okay, now you're going to loosen it up a little bit, and you're going to put a little bit of hot glue in here and there, in a couple spots. Go up underneath, put some hot glue, tack it down, and just a few spots here and there. Go underneath the lace, put a couple squirts of hot glue and tack it down. And then tack it down good here. That's that so far. Okay, now we're going to, let's see. Will this be too much? No, I don't think so. I think we'll wrap this around like we did the other stuff. We'll start it in the back. We'll wrap it in between lace. And we'll end it over here. Okay, now the flowers, you want to pull them off the stems. And the sprays as well. You can keep these greeneries if you want for a future project, if you need to. But pull all your flowers off the stems. Okay. And cut off this little nub. But be careful when you do it not to cut it too short because your flower will fall apart. And then put hot glue on it and stick it down. But if you cut it too short, your flower will fall apart. Remember that. Lift up the petals of flowers and stick them underneath each other to create a layered look. Just layer your flowers, stagger them, one to the side, one to the other side, one to the middle of the wreath. So that you fill the wreath up completely. One to the side, one to the inside, one to the outside, one to the middle. One to the inside, one to the outside, one to the middle. If you have any holes, fill the holes in as you go. That way you won't run out of flowers and go, oh, I got a hole and I need to fill it, but I don't have any flowers left. One to the inside, one to the outside, one to the middle. Okay, there's the flowers. Now, for the little sprays, just want to stick them somewhere where there's a spot that it could fill as well. Just stick it in. You think it might look nice? Okay. Now for the leaves. I'm going to water them. We take a couple of leaves here. What I'm going to do with this leaf is I'm going to cut it right about here at an angle. So that it looks like this. And I'm going to tuck it underneath one of the pansies and glue it in. So it's sticking out from underneath the pansies. And it's not too big. I don't want it to be too big. Okay, there's that. How's that looking, people? I think it looks pretty spectacular. Now we need to put some kind of a hanger on it. I think I'm going to use this little piece of uh, trim to put on as the hanger. So you're going to find this front of it, flip it over, and attach this hanger to it. And there we go, ladies and gents. A beautiful wreath made out of the pansies we had left over from Mother's Day tutorial. What do you think? Very pretty. I think it's very pretty. The lace really sets it off, the trim, and the flowers were left over from the Mother's Day thing we did. So I think it's very pretty. I want to thank y'all for coming over today and spending some time with me and crafting. It's always a good time when we get together. And y'all have a very nice night. Take care of yourself. We'll catch you on the flip side.